Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So, sister, I want to share an experience with you of when things are a no, when you've made a decision and or you're going to make a decision, and how to really know when it's a no and how to know when it's a yes. Now, I did a similar episode on this topic, which is if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. I'll put that episode in the show notes. But I just want to share with something that I think will be powerful for you to hear this story today. I had signed up with a new coach, which is it's a really big name coach, which is called Strategic Coach. They've been around for decades. It's a coaching program that I know a lot of people have been through and or are still clients and rave about it, like people that I highly respect. And so as I was ending up the coaching program with my current coach, Satema, I just kind of felt this feeling like I need to do something different. But yet the feeling was there, but it was more like the logical part of my brain said, I should have a different coach. Even though I still felt very connected to working with Satema and how much that he's helped me. And, the investment I've put in of my money and my time and energy and all that has just, what I've gotten back has just been incredible. But yet, my logical brain said, no, Karen, you need different. So I said, okay. So I started to start different. Because there's a lot of coaches out there that I just don't connect with. And there's a lot, too, that I just don't trust. I know some of the backstories. I know some people that have told me that I've coached with them, what it was really like. And I'm like, ooh, gosh, okay, that's different than what's portrayed online. But okay. Good to know, because I won't ever be coaching with them. And so I signed up with this coach. I'm still kind of humming and hawing, which is really, for me, that's a tell, and I didn't listen to that. If you know what a tell is in poker, that's a sign that maybe someone's bluffing, they've got a great hand. Like somehow something in their body language or on their face kind of shows you that it's, they're letting you know what's really going on. Maybe they're trying to hide it, right? So that tell for me should be it. If I delay something, typically there's something going on there, right? And so I was delaying this, and so I finally was like, okay, and sent in my deposit, and great, we're going to send a welcome package. And there was 3 or 4 workshops throughout the year. They were in Vancouver, and I'm like, this makes sense. I just have to take the ferry over, it's not too far, and it's a day, and blah, all this kind of stuff. Again, it all made logical sense, right? And then I got this welcome package a week later. And it was a bunch of these books and things to listen to. And I'm just ugh. And it just felt heavy. It felt like as soon as I opened the box, and here's the other thing too, I didn't open up the box for, I think, about 2 days. I'm like, oh, I'll get to that. And I invested money in this already too. Deposit, which wasn't a huge deposit, but it was non-refundable, which is okay. And I opened this box, and as soon as I opened up, it was just the voice was so strong. It was just like, Karen, this is not the right decision. I'm like, shit. So I opened up this box. I started talking to my husband, Ed. I'm like, you know what, this strategic coach, it's not for me. It's not a fit. It's not what I need right now. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, really? He's like, okay. Whatever you need, whatever you want, babe. I get it. I'm like, well, wait a second. Maybe I should think about it. So I emailed the guy and just said, I don't think this is really for me. That the guy I'd signed up with. And I said, just give me 24 hours and I'll let you know for certain. It's like, oh, let's get on the phone. Everyone has cold feet at first. I'm like, it's not cold feet. That's not it at all. I am not afraid to do things that scare me. In fact, that's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? I'm not afraid to do things that scare me. That makes no fucking sense. Let me rephrase it a little bit differently. I am okay with doing things that scare me because I know that there's often massive growth on the other side of that. But this was a different feeling. This was not the right thing. This was the voice saying, No, not for you. And so I then decided, I'm like, okay. Hey, that deposit. And they go, it's non-refundable. I'm like, all right. Think I knew that. I got it. I signed all this stuff. Said I'm not following through. They said, no problem. We just keep the deposit. I'm like, okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. I accept that. I knew that when I was signing it. So be it. And I'm actually decided now to continue coaching with Setema, actually one-on-one this time. And bigger investment than I made with my initial coaching, but we're doing one-on-ones. It's a different level. Like it's where I want to be. What's interesting, and that's where I really want to be with a lot of my coaching right now too, is clients who are investing a significant amount of money to get significant results that don't necessarily need the group to pull them forward, don't even necessarily need the accountability. Like they just really need someone who's almost like a sounding board to help them see some of these things that they cannot see. It's exactly why I'm hiring Setema to coach me for the next 6 months, and we'll kind of see beyond there. But yeah, it was like clear as day, like, Karen, this is not for you. I was like, all right. Got out of that situation, and I just knew. So this is going to be a short one today, but I really want you to hear this message. And the message is this, is that you need to know when it's a no, right? What is your tell? Maybe that's what we'll call this episode. What is your tell? And are you listening to that tell, or are you covering it up? Are you trying to go like, no, I should do this? Trying to create, again, some logical reason as to why you should do the thing that you think that you're supposed to do. Or why you should be in the relationship where you think you're supposed to be. Or why you should be, making decisions with your health that you think that you should be. There's most likely going to be something there that's telling you, like, this is not the thing for you to do. If that's the actual case. If that's actually what needs to happen. So here's your more tip for today. What's happening in your life right now where you're trying to make a decision on something and it's just not happening? It's not happening. So what is the tell that perhaps you need to listen to that is giving you some answers right now to this that you are avoiding? See, sometimes too the answers are coming to us and it's not what we want to hear. See, my answer initially too was like, well, you should keep coaching with Setema. I was like, no, I feel like I need to have a change. You need to have something different, a different perspective. But really what inside the message I was hearing all along was just like, Setema's the one right now for you, Karen, still. Like, he has created such significant value in your life, has created such a significant impact for you as a coach, such significant value that you've then been able to create for your own clients. Like, what the hell? What's this I need to change bullshit? It doesn't make any sense. And it was what I knew deep down inside. But this was the way for me to really know. I almost, actually in retrospect, I almost had to make the decision and then course correct from there. It was almost like a test that I was making for myself. It was. Now that I just talked this out loud, it makes sense to me that, like, this was a way for me to know for certain that I really truly wanted and needed to continue coaching with Setema and not have a different perspective or different viewpoint. I didn't need that. I didn't need it. This was a way for me to know. And the opening of the box and just feeling that gut feeling of like, this is not it at all, was also a way for me to know for sure that, hey, this is not the route for you, right? This is where you still need to be right now with your coaching in your life. Like, this is it. This is it. So your more tip than coming back to this is like, what's happened in your life right now where, again, you are struggling with a decision and you feel like you don't know what that one is to take? It is simply a gut check. It is what does the voice tell you? Don't do the logical thing or how you can do it or if you can make these things happen, but just really listen. And what are you hearing? What are you hearing? Are you resisting it? Are you fighting it? Are you trying to logically figure it out? Which is okay. You should use logic. Fuck, you have a brain. Use it, right? But I think we discount how important that our gut is, that voice. Do you know that the gut is actually now, because this is a science geeky thing, do you know that the gut is actually considered now our second brain? Did you know that in science? Isn't that interesting, right? Where you go like, oh, I just don't feel it. Like when I do a gut check, or what does my gut say? That's like another brain, if you will. It's the voice. So what is it telling you right now? What are you trying to squash? What are you trying to like not listen when it's like shouting at you at this point? And what is the one action step that you need to take that's really going to satisfy what the voice is telling you to do right now? That's really going to listen to what needs to happen in your life. Here's what I want you to listen to right now. I want you to head over to drkarenosborn.com/live event and watch the Woman Wanting More live event movie. This was an incredible experience. It was 2 months ago here in Victoria, Canada, BC, where I had the honor of leading 6 women to a place of power. At the other end of those 2.5 days, they got so clear on what they wanted, why, and now have the tools to put that into place and are seeing incredible impact in your life. So head over to drkarenosborn.com/live event, enter in your name and email. You'll get immediate access to the movie, as well as 5 of the 6 women that are in post-event interviews, really sharing their experience of how they still are seeing results 4 to 6 weeks after live event. If you feel pulled to be here, sister, in 4 weeks of when I actually record this episode, because that's when the next live event is, you will have an opportunity to apply. You're going to fill out the form. It'll take you all of 10 minutes, and then you and I will get on the phone within the next 48 to 72 hours and have a conversation to really see how I can serve you and if you are a fit. So that's over at drkarenosborn.com/live event. So I will talk to you in the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.